Welcome to Busch Gardens, where we're here again for a special moment.
I'll believe it when it happens.
Where we get to have an encounter up close with a sloth.
I'll believe it when it happens.
This one right here has this crazy obsession of sloths. And when I say crazy obsession, I'm not putting it lightly.
Stop! That makes me seem bad.
She has calendars of sloths, coloring books of sloths, a watch background of a sloth, sloth stuffed animals, a sloth money case, and actual currency from Costa Rica that has, you guessed it, a sloth on it.
Yeah, my sister got it for me on her from her honeymoon, which she didn't have to, but it's really cool.
So this is a very big deal because this is going to be probably the closest you've ever been to a sloth.
I don't know.
She might cry.
I'm not ready.
We'll see. Anyway, let's go have fun. And here we are in a very empty Busch Gardens. So tomorrow is the beginning of Beer Fest, which is probably why it's going to be dead today.
Well, and all the kiddos went back to school in Tampa.
That's
Thanks,
true.
Kiddos.
So this is what you're left with, a very empty theme park. Now we're over here near the cheetah exhibit, and over here is Cheetah Hunt. And we notice that there's a cheetah presentation. There's a cheetah run at 3 o'clock. But we'll probably be petting the sloth then. And off in the distance, you might be able to see a cheetah. Right there.
They weren't out the last time we were here.
No, he looks like he's just chilling right now.
He's resting before his run.
Yeah, he's resting before his run at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Alright, we are in the interactive cheetah exhibit, which is themed pretty well. What's in here?
I don't know, I touched the screen and now it's
Do you turn the book pages, maybe? Oh.
Oh, this is so slow.
Oh my goodness, that is really slow.
I can't.
That is super slow.
One eternity later.
Wow. Almost there, almost there. Choose a chapter to explore of the... Okay, I'm done. What about here? Touch the screen to begin. Well, this is disappointing. And this one looks like it needs to be rebooted. Well, so much for the interactive cheetah exhibit. Maybe we can see one.
Oh, he's like in that corner.
No, he's in the corner over here.
Like around the bamboo.
Oh, there's Cheetah Hunt. Oh, it was a leaf. I thought I got pooped on. Oh my gosh, this leaf just fell on me. Oh my gosh, my heart just stopped. I thought I got pooped on. Oh my gosh. You never know with all these animals around here. Oh, Jen saw something cool. The keeper is taking care of the cheetah. She's feeding the cheetah?
Yeah. Okay, over here.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that is amazing. Do you guys see that cheetah?
Just protecting their livelihood, but cheetahs see it as a meal.
You're pretty.
A captive farm is an easy target.
I think this is the closest
I've never been this close to a cheetah.
Oh my gosh, you're gorgeous.
You're so pretty.
Livestock
Wow.
is a source of income, which comes down to
Oh my god, I love you.
CCF
You're
is
so
launched an
cool.
educational
That's all she wanted was a little snack. I'm like tearing up.
That was really neat.
Close to her. Oh, you're so cool.
Look at her.
25 years, White Oak Conservation Center in Florida.
That is so cool.
Rehabilitation.
Wow.
We're like feet away from her. Hello.
Looking at me, but
She might have. That is something else. It's like a big Thomas watching over her ride. Cheetah Hunt. And that's something. We just keep bouncing between the two windows.
you need to be rushed.
That was really cool. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. Oh my gosh, there's like no one around us either.
That was like a show for us.
Yeah. Well, that was freaking cool.
That was so cool.
That beats the fact that the computers weren't working in the interactive exhibit.
That was interactive enough.
I know, right? So cool. So Jen's favorite ride is Cheetah Hunt, but we both agree that I think we're gonna make this more about animals. We kind of did a whole video on roller coaster rides.
Like this, like rainy sort of weather.
Yeah. So I think today we're just gonna do some animal exhibits and animal encounters, and maybe a ride or two.
Yeah.
And if you want to watch us ride the roller coasters, we'll put a link right down below or up in the upper right-hand corner. Now we're just following this path.
It didn't say do not enter.
That's true. It did not say do not enter.
Oh, what is this?
What's over
That's
here?
where we ate the last time.
Yep.
You can walk this way. I did not know that.
Yeah, so that's where we ate last time for lunch. Oh, look. You can see lions, hyenas, giraffes, hippos. Look at this. Isn't this something? We got the whole savannah over there. That is cool. You might be able to see way off on the horizon out there that there's a truck feeding the giraffes. Jen seems to think that's the Giraffe Encounter, which she might be right.
Yeah.
Busch Gardens is great because they've got all these different like food encounters, like where you can encounter different. Yeah, like that's so cool.
Yeah.
And we're doing one today.
I know. I want to do more.
And it rhymes with cloth. So Jen was right. The Serengeti Safari is where you can hand feed giraffes on an expedition into the heart of the Serengeti Plains. That is really cool. It's a very big area too.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool view. Having the Serengeti Express pull up
I want to go on it.
with all the animals living cohesively together. How neat. You see that tortoise, Jen? He's huge. Holy cow.
Look. I was just looking at the ducks. I didn't even notice.
That one over there is digging.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what are you all doing over here? It almost seems like they're hiding from the pending rainfall.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like they know the rain is coming. He is huge.
I mean, look at me compared to him.
I know, there's you. And there's the tortoise. Wow. Alright, Jen. Where are we next to?
I know the sloth is up.
The sloth is up here. Somewhere over here. You might remember the last time we came here, it was closed off. Oh, bummer. Well, I guess we're gonna have to come back and do the Sloth Encounter. It was closed off, but now I hear the aviary, I hear the birds, I hear everything. It sounds like...
Oh, look,
Oh, yeah.
red-tailed fox. Is that what that is?
It looks like
No,
one.
it's a lemur.
Oh, it's a lemur.
Lemur.
Alright, let's see. Our sloth encounter doesn't start for like another hour, but leave it to Jen to show up early.
It's alright, I'm not gonna be anywhere else.
Yeah, last time this was closed off, but it's called Animal Connections. Our animal ambassadors are some of Busch Gardens' friendliest residents that promote conservation through up-close encounters. It's the two-toed sloth.
Oh my god.
He's sleeping. He's right there.
Oh my gosh.
And this is a Hoffman's two-toed sloth. They live mostly in two distinct rainforest regions in Central and South America. They belong to a group of animals which includes anteaters and armadillos.
That's a weird combo.
And they have the lowest body temperature of any mammal. Huh. He's sleeping.
I hope you wake up. Oh my god, he's sleeping hard too. Oh my god, it's a deep, deep sleep.
That's gonna be us later. Actually, I think that's us. I don't know. That's us, and that's the caregiver. And that's the sloth. This one's a little hyper one.
Hi, buddy. Oh.
Oh, he's going into his next little room. I think he's just trying to get a closer look at us. Hey, buddy. So this is the Sloth Encounter.
He's sleeping too.
Oh, yeah. There he is right there. Let's go check him out. Oh, this is another two-toed sloth.
Different kind. Darker in color.
Oh. Somebody's getting excited. I think he's waiting for food.
I think he'll wake up for food.
Yeah, I think he'll wake up for you. I feel like this is typically how sloths are.
Yeah.
And we've been brainwashed into thinking they're just always awake. But I have a feeling they are always asleep. And they only wake up to eat and go to the bathroom. So check it out. This is the Sloth Encounter area. They have a little placard. And then they give you, looks like little cards and a sticker with a sloth on it. Oh no, to add to your collection.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I just got that now. Are you reaching for the sloth? He's right up there. And it just started pouring down rain here at Busch Gardens, but we're under this tent while we wait for Sloth Encounter to begin, which is in about 15 minutes. Our check-in time's at 2:15 for the Sloth Encounter, and it begins at 2:30. We've got our tickets for the Sloth Encounter. By the way, the Sloth Encounter is the most expensive of all the encounters. So they are preying on people like Jen. Alright, we're going to meet the sloth. And of course, Jen's the first one in the line.
So pretty much all the animals in here, we can take out of their habitats and bring them to media events or school events. So they're all trained to leave their habitat, which is really cool, including our sloths. So we do have 4 sloths here in this building. So I'm going to walk you guys around and you'll get to see all of our sloths. And then after we meet or see the 3, then we'll get to actually meet Daisy. So if you guys have any stuff you don't want to carry with you, you're more than welcome to put it on this tablecloth. I'm going to introduce you to Coda first, who I actually had to kind of wake up to get him out from underneath his blanket because he likes to sleep under his blanket. So come on over, you guys are welcome to come peek in and see him. So that's Coda, since I kind of I took the blanket off so you guys could actually get a good look at him because he will go completely underneath the blanket. He's awake and hearing me talk. He's coming on over. He might get up. So Coda is 3 years old. He is also a Hoffmans two-toed sloth. So we only have two-toed sloths here, and there's 2 different kinds of two-toed sloth. So Hoffmans are what Coda is. The biggest difference between Hoffmans and Linnaeus is the other kind, is basically their coloring. So Hoffmans are more blonde. You can tell he's a blonde baby. And then as we walk around, you'll get to see the difference. The next one we see is a Linnaeus, and they're a little bit darker. So he's also he's adorable. If you can't tell. So he is 3 years old. He was also born prematurely, so he's a little bit smaller than our other sloths. It's just a side effect of being a preemie baby. So you also see his mouth is kind of just open a little bit. So he was born with a mouth deformation, and so we ended up having a dentist and our USF research team came and helped us get his teeth all organized. So when he was born, he actually, because of that mouth deformation, he couldn't get milk from mom. So we ended up having to hand raise him. And hand raising him, we prefer if mom raises the baby, but in a circumstance like this, we ended up hand raising him, which made him a perfect ambassador because he was used to being around people. And we handled him every single day. Had to feed him about every 2 hours, so it's very exhausting. But you know, he's come a real long way. He's being really cute right now. So that's Coda, or Kodiak you call him. Mario here, he is 14 years old. She's actually doing a training session with him, so believe it or not, we can train our sloths. So it's not too much training because they do sleep 18 to 20 hours a day, so they sleep a lot. So they sleep a whole lot. So our training consists of target training, so she's asking for him to put his nose to the palm of her hand, and when he puts his nose to the palm of her hand, she'll say good and then give him one of his preferred items. So preferred item is all the yummy stuff like fruits and vegetables. So that's what she's rewarding him with. But he's very tired. Yes. He's very sleepy, and they do sometimes fall asleep mid-training session. They're also crate trained, so we can put a crate in there and they'll go inside the crate on their own. And also, our training sessions are all positive reinforcement. So we ask the animal for the behavior. If they don't do it, nothing bad happens. But if he decided right now he'd rather sleep and forget hanging out with Chanel, that's perfectly fine. He'll still get his food at the end of the day. Nothing, like I said, nothing bad happens. So if he, like I said, decided he'd rather sleep, perfectly fine. But if he wants to participate, he'll get all the love and extra treats. And then also, if we ask him to go on a crate and he doesn't want to, that's okay too. We'll move along to another sloth or whatever it might be for that day. So it gives the animal choice and also creates a really special and positive relationship between us and them. Good. So you can tell he's not moving very quickly. They are pretty slow. So that's actually one of their superpowers. So these guys sleep 18 to 20 hours a day, and they spend most of their time sitting up in the canopies of the rainforest. So they're from Central and South America. Costa Rica, Panama is all known for sloths. But them sitting up in that tree and not moving very often, and when they are moving, it's not very fast, keeps them really safe. So their biggest predator is called a harpy eagle. They also have jaguars down there. So them sitting still, if you're a big bird flying looking for food and your food isn't moving, it's going to be a lot harder to find it. So that's, like I said, their superpower. And they also, during the wet season, will grow moss and algae on their backs. So they actually turn like a little bit green. Only come down to the ground about once a week. Do you guys know why? So they only go to the bathroom once a week, and that's why they come down to the ground. So that's another one of their superpowers. They don't go to the bathroom very often, so they only have to come down to the floor of the forest once a week. So Harry here, we believe, is the oldest sloth ever. And I say that because their typical lifespan is in their teens in the wild. In a zoological facility like here at Busch Gardens, they can live into their 20s. He is at least 40 years old, so he's doubled his lifespan. And we think he could be older than that. So he got here about 38 years ago, and when he got here, he wasn't a baby. So we estimate his age to be around 40. We can't claim he's the oldest because we don't have his exact birthday. Wow. He's also a famous sloth. He has been on pretty much all the late night shows. He's met a lot of celebrities. If celebrities do come to the park, they typically ask to meet Harry. I'm like, oh my gosh, special sloth over here. So he's in retirement is what we call it. We don't do as much training with him as we do with our other sloths just because he is older. We kind of want him to do what he wants when he wants to do it and kind of leave him be, but he'll sometimes seek attention out from us. He'll come out and kind of hang from the perch, and if you walk by, he's like, hey, I'm still here, and we do give him the attention when he asks for it, which is kind of cool that he asks for attention. Like I said, their lifespan is typically in their teens. They do live longer in a zoological facility, and the reason for that is because we have a whole veterinary staff that takes care of them. If one of them is a little bit sick or gets hurt or has old age, we can treat their arthritis, we can treat all of that right here on property. And also, nothing in here is going to eat them or hunt them, so they're safe from predators. And they also have almost a perfect diet. We have a nutritionist on staff that makes our diets for our animals, so he's getting all the nutrition he needs, not only for being a sloth, but also for being a geriatric sloth. So he gets all of that needs here, which is helping their lifespan, lengthen being here with us. They only go to the bathroom about once a week, so what they're eating today takes about a whole month to digest. Because it's so much vegetation, it takes a little bit longer. They also have a 4-chambered stomach, almost like a cow, so it takes a while to digest. So they eat lettuce. They also get this biscuit. This is a biscuit made specifically for sloths, so it has everything in it that they need nutritionally. So it's got all the proteins and minerals and all that stuff in it for them. This is their least favorite of their food, though. So for our training sessions, we use what's in this cup. So it's got green beans, it's got apples, it's got green pepper, carrot, zucchini. It kind of changes every day too, so we give them variety. So today it's kind of funny. She's probably our most picky sloth, and it's funny because it changes every day. So yesterday she was really into tomato, so I got tomato, but she might not want tomato at all today. She might be into the green beans. So she changes literally every day. So this is all her preferred food. She's going to go for all the fruits, most likely. Like I said, she's a little bit special in that area, but typically they'll go for all the fruits and sweeter stuff first, then they'll go for the vegetables, then they'll go for the lettuce, and they'll go for the biscuits. So changes. She's a little bit different, but most sloths, that's typically what they go for. And then we also give them treats like corn. Grapes are also a really, really special treat. So I'm gonna put this in my little pouch here, and then we're gonna go in and meet Daisy. Are you excited? Good morning. So you guys can come in, we'll kind of do a half circle here. You all get to come over to her, so don't worry about where you're standing. And then while we're taking pictures too, you guys can move around so you can get the best pictures possible. So I'm gonna bring her over here.
Hey, everybody.
There you go. Okay. She's just saying hi. She's like, what, you guys got fish? Daisy. She's like, I'm posing for this photograph. Excuse me. So my number one thing with working with sloths, you have to be patient because they don't move very quickly, especially when they're tired. Hello. Remember me? Just gotta think about what we're doing here. Okay, maybe I'll move closer to you. There we go. There's some water dripping in there. Good girl. I'm gonna go for the least yummy stuff first to see if she wants that. Okay, that's a yes. She won't open her mouth, but she'll turn her head if she doesn't want it. I'm gonna try and get her out a little bit further just so we can get some good pictures of her. So do you guys remember what I said about the two kinds of sloths? Do you think you know what kind she is?
The two-toed.
Two-toed, but there's two different kinds. There's Linnaeus and Hoffman.
Linnaeus.
Linnaeus, yep. So the darker ones are the Linnaeus, and the blonde ones are the Hoffmans. So you will see as she's climbing, I should say, towards me, very slowly. Her front feet, she's got 2 toes. On her back feet, she's got 3 toes. So technically, all sloths have 3 toes. It's on their front feet that determines if it's a 2- or 3-toed sloth. There we go. That's a good girl. Good. We're the zucchini today. That's good. If I give her like the yummy stuff first, she won't want anything else on the lower end of the scale. So that's what I'm trying. If you guys want, you can kind of stay right here and turn around and face the camera. We get that. Oh my gosh, we got drool, tomato drool. Yeah, come on in.
Oh my god, you're so cute.
Well, I gave her too big of a piece. She'll move her arm back when she's done with that junk. She's got to use her hand. Oh. I think that's the only noise that's cute coming out of an animal is that. It's like a human makes that.
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
not as cute, right?
Do they make any sounds?
They do sometimes. It's typically when they're either like upset. Ours, I have never heard her make a noise, but they'll grunt. Or if you've ever looked up a baby sloth making noises, they kind of just like yell. It's really cute. There you go. Come look at this light so that she can get a good picture of you. And I have actually learned with animals, from working with animals, typically if you take a video and then screenshot it later, you can get some good pictures, just because they're always moving. So it's like,
so soft.
oh my gosh,
Yeah,
she's so soft. It looks a lot coarser than it is. Too.
Yeah.
It is thick, but it's not nearly as coarse as it looks.
You're so sweet.
Her and Mario, the other sloth up front, they've actually had a baby together. So their baby lives in SeaWorld San Diego. Her name is Giselle. So on top of Daisy's target training and crate training, she's also trained to go on a certain perch where she'll basically hang like this, but we can reach her stomach and get an ultrasound of her stomach. She's like, oh man, with food in her mouth. She's like, oh yeah, I forgot everything.
So soft. I want this soft up hair.
Right? And it's very long too, so you can kind of see it's the opposite of what most animals are. Their hair part's on their stomach, and it's got the shorter hair on their stomach and the longer hair on their back, just because they're made to be upside down. So I like to say that they're their own hammock. They just, here they are. So it's really easy for them to hold on. It's effortless for them. Zucchini? Maybe? Yeah, okay.
Wants more food.
She's like, oh, where's my tomato? There you go, pretty girl. And I got the real good stuff at the bottom. She loves hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, that's like our...
Interesting.
How about an apple?
No.
No, no apple.
No apples
I'm
today.
gonna try everything one more time before I give you that. Pepper? You like pepper. Tomato. Okay. She's funny that she'll tell us what she wants. All right, we'll go with the good stuff. Yeah, that's her
Dessert.
go-to every time. Yep, it's ice cream. She also chews the loudest when she has broccoli.
This would be like an ASMR sloth.
Thank you so much. You got stuff on your lip. Okay, we're gonna do another round of food. See what maybe no. I feel like if she touches it, no.
She's like, no.
Have a carrot.
No.
She's got her mind made up. I'm gonna break this so you can smell it better. Nope. She's very decisive today. Or I should say indecisive, technically. She's like, no, Jen, I don't want any of that.
Where are those eggs?
Yeah, I know, right? One more
Ooh, I
egg.
found more mango. That's what I was looking for.
Mango.
Yeah, look at that.
There we
It's
go.
like a maybe.
Yes.
It's like, I guess. If that's what you're
That's
offering.
all you got.
She's too easy. Ooh, that was a half yes, half no. There, that's got no skin on it. Spoiled. You're spoiled.
That's what you wanted.
Try a little bit of everything.
That is too funny.
I kind of want to pepper in. Where is she? She's a very pretty sloth too.
Yeah.
And that's kind of weird to say that she's a pretty sloth.
Yeah.
Why that's gonna crumble in my fingers. So I like to.
Nice pet.
It's like basically like a coat hanger. They just are normally like that. She's like, oh, you're slowly moving closer to me. That's
I know.
I know, but they want pictures of you, not pictures of me. I'm not as cute as you. Before you get all the way out, she'll most likely be asleep already.
Food coma. So they dropped off her food so she can eat the rest of the evening, but she's probably gonna curl up and take a nap now. What a personality. So Jen, how was it?
I love sauce.
Did you cry a little bit?
No, it's the rain.
That's not the rain.
It's the rain. 5.
So would you recommend that to a sloth lover?
I would recommend that to anyone and everyone.
Oh, we got to pet her.
Yeah, and learn so much about her.
She's
and
so
her
pretty.
personality.
She's soft too.
Yeah.
Like
she
way
was-
softer
and
than she looks.
Thick hair. I mean, I knew it was thick, but like, thick.
Yeah, she was really, really soft. Oh, you alright?
Yeah.
Do you need tissues?
Yeah. I mean, no.
Alright, what do you want to do now?
I don't care.
Jen, why are you crying?
It's the rain. I love
A majestic creature.
Stop
You good?
recording
You
me.
good? You good? You gonna pull it together?
No.
Money well spent. Well, that concludes a very action-packed
Very
day.
rainy too.
Very wet day here at Busch Gardens. We got to meet a sloth,
Yeah.
which was the highlight of the entire trip. It's pretty much why we drove down here.
Yeah.
But Jen got to do probably the most exciting thing she's done since she's lived down here.
Yeah.
Right? Meeting a sloth. She cried, there were tears, she pet the sloth. It was amazing. Anyway, we got a long drive back home to Orlando, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on traffic. And yeah, if you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We do all new adventures every Monday and Friday in and around Orlando and in Florida.
Comment down below what your favorite animal is.
Yes, yes.
I want to know.
Jen really wants to know. She loves
I do.
animals.
I do.
And until next time, see you real soon. Bye.